Welcome back. In this exercise or this lesson, we are going to sing the melody and fingers. So there's a note at the top. It says, if there are things you don't understand, please ask your teacher. I try to be as plain as possible, but it's sometimes difficult to explain everything in writing. As always, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below in the comments. So far, you have practiced saying the finger numbers 1, 2, 3 while glancing at the music. Perform the following exercise to test your ability thus far. Sing the melody and the fingers. Now practice saying the finger numbers while singing the melody of lightly row. Sing, for example, E2, 2, 3, 1, 1. And then the note on the bottom says, if the rhythm of lightly row above gets muddled because finger numbers do not come quickly enough to your lips, you need to return to the previous exercises and practice them until your facility is more developed. In this way, you will gain an intuitive grasp of notes and their corresponding finger numbers. Okay, so the way I would like to do this is I'm not going to color anything in, and I'm not going to write anything in for the beginning. So I want you to really use your brain and think about it. And that struggle is what actually helps us learn. So a lot of times as parents, we try to make things easier for children by taking away those struggles. But if we do that all the time, and for things that have low consequences, if we fail, then we will always be expected, or the children will always be expecting that you will help them and bail them out for everything, rather than trying to figure things out on their own. Learning that failing is not bad. It means that you're trying, right? That you're putting an effort. So it's your turn to struggle, okay? So we've done lots of practice together. Now it's your turn to struggle. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this line by line, okay? And we will start with the first line, which is the A section of lightly row. Okay, we already know it's lightly row, and you probably already know what lightly row sounds like at this point. If not, then I encourage you to listen to it to get the melody in your head. That's what we're relying on. Okay, so I do this with the students as well. They already know what lightly row sounds like because they've been listening to it. Before I teach them how to play lightly row, as part of the previews, I ask them to learn to sing the finger numbers. This only works, they only know whether the note is going higher or lower because they have heard the melody before. Then we're just simply attaching the finger numbers. Towards the end of learning a piece, they will learn to write in exactly what we are doing here, the note names and or the finger numbers, both. So they know how to play it, they know what it sounds like, then we just attach the visual as the last step. Okay, so here we go. We are working on this first line, the A line. So we have, we'll sing this together, and here's an E to start us off. We've got E, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1. Now notice the difference in the rhythm. E2, these are quarter notes, so they get one click from the metronome like this. So they each get one click like we've been doing in previous exercises. E2, 2. And then this half note, the one that's not filled in, gets 2 clicks from the metronome. E2, 2, 3, 1, 1, like that, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is have you guess this note, and then I will sing it. Okay, you ready to guess? A, 1, 2, 3, E, E, E. Okay, all right, let's try the next line. We call this a prime, but we tell the children A1. So we don't get into discussions about prime and all of that. So A1. All right, can you guess this note? Here's what it sounds like. E, 2, 2, 2. Now here we're going up from a space to a line, so it goes up to 1. This was a 2, so it goes up by 1. So you're adding a number. 2, 3. Now you see what happens here. We've got 3 on this line. There's something here, so we subtract a number. 3, 2, 1. 3, 1, 1, 1, A. So there's a note, an invisible note here on this line. So A, 1, 2, same thing here. This is a 2, the 3 would go there, but we don't actually have it colored in, so we're skipping that. This makes an E. A, 2, E, E, 2, 2, 2. Okay, the next line is B. Okay, can you figure out this note? If this is an A in this space, we go up 1. This is a 1. 1. Same all the way through. They're all in the same line. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Now notice the last note was on this line, the 3, and we come down by 1 note, so this is a 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, E. And then the last is back to A1 or A prime, so these are the same. Okay, can you guess this note? E. 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, A, 2, E, E, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so I hope that wasn't too much of a struggle for you, but what I'm going to do now is put the metronome on at 60, and I'm going to sing through it or play through it. Both. You can try playing through. If you can't play it fast enough at the 60 to keep up with me, you can practice that on your own and then come back to it. All right, so here we go. Actually, let me do it so you can see the rhythm first. I'm not going to play it just yet. 1, 2, ready, go. E, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, A, 1, 2, 3, E, 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 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, A, 2, E, E, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, E, E, 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, A, 2, E, E, 2, 2, 2. So now I'm going to play it. Okay, we'll start here. 1, 2, ready, go. E, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, A, 1, 2, 3, E, 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 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, A, 2, E, E, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, E, E, 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, A, 2, E, E, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so that metronome was 60. You do want to try to speed it up and get it to 72. So repeat the process with just saying the finger numbers in time with the metronome at 72, and then do try to play it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write in all of the answers, all of the finger numbers, and color it in. If you'd like to check, you can fast forward if you want to. Okay, and those are your answers for lightly row. Okay, and as you can start to see why it's so important to keep the sheet music away in the beginning until we have proper posture developed, bow holds, intonation, so that the child is more focused on playing in tune versus looking at the music, good tone. So we want to develop these things first, just like we learn to speak before we learn to read and write. So same thing here. And as you can see, if we give them the book with the music like this and we write everything in, sometimes we are not sure if the child is just reading the numbers, just like what you're doing right now. Are you just reading the numbers, or are you truly developing an understanding of how to read the notation? So it can be hard to tell if we write everything in. So that's why I do like to keep the sheet music separate. I do, for the first book, give guides where I have the finger numbers written out, and it is color coded, but that is meant for singing, not for playing along. So that should never be in front of the child while they're actually playing the piece. They should be playing it by ear. They use the visual to help memorize the finger numbers, because some children do need that visual to help memorize the finger numbers. Once it's memorized and it's in a script in their head, they should be able to not look at it and play it. Okay, so I hope that helps. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you get the next video update when that comes out next time. And also please share this so that any other Suzuki parent that is struggling right now can get some help. Thanks for watching.